what you see whenever you first load into macOS, whether it's the first time you've turned it on, or you just boot it up, or open the lid on your computer, whatever, is this, right? This is what is called the desktop, and the desktop is controlled and maintained by something called Finder. And you'll see that Finder has like a little bar across the top here, and this bar changes with each application that you open, right? So if I just show you this, if I just click on App Store, you'll see that the menu at the top changes to accommodate the fact that I opened the App Store, okay? If I exit the App Store, it goes back to Finder. Now Finder's got some interesting stuff. You can go to Go, and it will show you a list of what it would say is commonly used folders, and then a set of recent folders down here which changes based on where you go on the computer and when. So you can just click Go and go to a place where you previously had things stored. Up in the right hand side, and it's quite packed because I have a few things running here, but these are all different things which are running in the background, and I'll talk about some of these at a later time, but suffice to say, the main ones which we are concerned about are going to be battery. Okay, so right here it shows me my battery is at 100% and I'm plugged in and it is charging. I have Wi-Fi, right? So Wi-Fi is available and I'm connected to Wi-Fi. Then we have a search. I'll come back to that in just a few moments. And we also have what's called the control center. The control center shows us a bunch of different settings which I'm going to come back to here in just a few moments time. We also have Siri. If I click on this, I can speak to Siri and I can make a request like I would on any iPhone or Apple Watch or iPad or even Apple TV. And then we have the clock, and the clock I can click on and it will also give me a bunch of my notifications as well. All right, so that's the top part of the user interface. Okay, then down here at the bottom is what we call the dock, and inside here you can see there's a bunch of applications that I myself have put here. Okay, these ones which are left of this line right here are items that I have pinned so that I've had an application open, I thought I would like to have access or quicker access to that in the future, so I pin it down here to my dock. Then on the right hand side of this little stick, I guess, here are recently opened items. Okay, so as you can see, we've got 3 recently opened items here, and if I were to open another application or one of these applications, it would just be stuck down here. Okay, you can see there's a little dot underneath it signifying that it's open. Okay, and the same thing would happen over here. If I click on App Store, you can see a little dot underneath signifying that it's open. All right, so I can either exit this or I can minimize it. If I minimize it, see what happened there? That effect put it down over here. So let's talk about this little section over here. Right, so there's 3 sections to the dock: pinned applications, recent or currently open applications, and then these items down here. The first one is the downloads. Whenever you click on that, it kind of fans out the most recently downloaded items, and you can pick any of those things to open from there. It has a currently open and minimized set of applications, and that will do the same regardless of what we open, for example. So if I do this, if I open Notion and minimize it, you'll see again, get rid of that there's now 2 minimized applications. And then finally we have the trash. And the trash is where anything goes that you delete through Finder, essentially. If you're on command line and you type RM, it skips the trash can completely. Okay. Now, once you have things in the trash can, you can right click and hit empty trash. Or if there was something in there you wanted to keep, you could go into the trash, right click, and tell it to put back to its original location. All right, so That's pretty much Finder. Now, there are some other aspects to this. I mentioned up here earlier on about this like magnifying glass, and if you click on it, you'll see a little bar pop up called Spotlight Search. Now, I'm going to escape out of that because you can also bring this up by holding down the command button and hitting spacebar. And inside here, you can just basically search for anything, right? If I wanted to search for soccer, okay, it will give me a definition. It will give me some documents which maybe contain the word soccer. There's different web pages that I might be able to go to and stuff like that. I might also use this to try and open an application, right? So if I type in CAL, C for calculator, there you can see I can just now hit enter and it will load up the application. This is called Spotlight, right? This thing right here is Spotlight, and it basically indexes everything on your computer and stores it in almost like a database, so to speak. And next time we visit the terminal, we're probably going to look at some Spotlight type items in there and see how you can find specific files from inside the terminal.